There's a timeless piece of wisdom passed down through generations. A man who masters himself gains mastery over the world. When we are young, we often seek external validation, trying to meet the expectations of those around us. Yet, as we grow older, something changes. True wisdom reveals that fulfillment isn't found in pleasing others, but in mastering ourselves. Welcome to today's discussion, where we'll explore 9 critical mistakes that intelligent men should avoid in relationships with women. These insights are drawn from the ancient Stoic philosophy, a school of thought that has guided some of the greatest minds in history toward clarity, strength, and inner peace. Marcus Aurelius, one of Rome's most revered emperors and a dedicated practitioner of Stoicism, once wrote, "It's not external events that disturb us, but our thoughts about them." This profound idea underlines the essence of today's topic. Many of the struggles men face in relationships aren't caused by what happens, but by how they react and what they allow. Surprisingly, the smarter and more self-aware a man becomes, the more susceptible he may be to making certain avoidable mistakes. Mistakes that arise not from ignorance, but from overcomplication, overthinking, or misplaced ideals of what relationships should be. In this video, we're not just talking about relationships in the romantic sense. We're delving into personal philosophy, emotional resilience, and the art of living wisely. Each principle we'll explore reflects lessons rooted in Stoic teachings, principles that not only strengthen relationships but also foster self-respect and personal growth. Before we proceed, take a moment to reflect. Have you ever found yourself caught in one of these patterns? If so, don't worry, you're not alone. Many of us, myself included, have learned these lessons through experience, and sharing them can help others navigate their own journey more wisely. Let's embark on this exploration of ancient wisdom applied to modern life, and discover how mastering these principles can lead not only to better relationships, but also to a stronger, more balanced sense of self. 1. Keep your past private. In the realm of personal growth and relationships, Stoicism teaches us the importance of discretion, particularly when it comes to sharing one's past. Intelligent men, often in their desire to appear genuine and transparent, make the mistake of offering too much of their personal history too soon. They believe that exposing their past struggles and vulnerabilities signals emotional intelligence and maturity. Yet, what they fail to understand is that transparency without discernment is not strength, it's risk. As Seneca once wrote, "He who reveals himself entirely to another leaves nothing sacred for himself." When you openly disclose your failures, mistakes, or moments of weakness, you may think it fosters trust, but in truth, you are surrendering control over something deeply personal. Relationships, no matter how solid they may seem, are unpredictable. What you share today in a moment of intimacy could, in the future, become fuel for conflict or manipulation. Keeping parts of your past private is not about deception. It's about preserving your inner peace and self-respect. Not everyone deserves to know the battles you fought or the scars you carry. The Stoics believed in speaking only when it serves a purpose, and this wisdom applies perfectly here. Share your past gradually, in a way that builds trust rather than gambles it. Protect your story not out of fear, but out of a recognition that your experiences are valuable and personal. In a world where oversharing is encouraged, maintaining an air of mystery is not just attractive, it's wise. True connection isn't built on full disclosure. It's built on mutual respect and earned trust. As you navigate relationships, remember that keeping your past private doesn't mean hiding. It means safeguarding the parts of your life that shaped who you are. Only those who have earned your trust deserve to hear the chapters that define you. 2. Face your fear of being alone. One of the most common yet least discussed fears among men is the fear of being alone. Stoicism teaches us that external circumstances, including companionship, should never dictate our inner peace. However, Many men fall into the trap of clinging to unhealthy relationships simply because they fear the emptiness that solitude brings. They convince themselves that enduring disrespect or emotional turmoil is preferable to facing the silence of an empty room. As Epictetus wisely observed, it is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows. In this case, men who fear solitude deceive themselves into believing they need someone else to complete them. This fear is not weakness, it's a misunderstanding of self-sufficiency. A man who cannot bear to be alone hands over his power to anyone willing to stay. He becomes dependent not on love, but on the mere presence of another person, even if that person diminishes his well-being. True strength, as the Stoics understood, comes from within. When you can stand alone, content in your own company, you're no longer at the mercy of others. You choose relationships from a place of strength, not desperation. The solution? Start small. Embrace moments of solitude as opportunities for growth. Learn to enjoy your own presence by engaging in meaningful pursuits, reading, reflecting, or developing a skill. Over time, you will find that solitude becomes less of a void and more of a space where clarity, strength, and purpose emerge. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Nowhere can a man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." When you overcome your fear of being alone, you not only reclaim your independence, but you also become more discerning in your relationships. You'll no longer settle for someone who merely fills the emptiness. Instead, you'll wait for the person who truly adds value to your life. Being alone doesn't mean you're incomplete. It means you're strong enough to stand on your own until you find what's truly worthy of your time and heart. 3. Manage your time wisely. Time is the most precious resource we possess. Once it is spent, it can never be reclaimed. Yet, many men squander this irreplaceable asset on relationships that drain their energy, derail their focus, and offer little in return. Stoicism teaches us that the wise man guards his time as jealously as he would his wealth. Seneca famously wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a great deal of it." In relationships, this waste often comes in the form of endless overthinking, waiting for validation, or prioritizing someone who never reciprocates the same effort. Consider how much of your life you have devoted to situations that didn't serve you. Moments spent crafting the perfect message, waiting for a call that never came, or rearranging your priorities for someone who barely noticed. These actions are not only futile, but also costly. Every hour spent chasing someone who treats you as an afterthought is an hour lost from building yourself, achieving your goals, and becoming the person you are meant to be. As Marcus Aurelius said, "Time is a river, and its flow is constant. Once it passes, it cannot be retrieved." The Stoics understood that time, unlike wealth or possessions, cannot be replenished. Therefore, you must learn to invest it wisely. Ask yourself, is this person or situation truly adding value to my life, or am I merely filling a void with distraction? Are you nurturing meaningful connections, or are you offering your most valuable resource, your time, to someone who doesn't appreciate it? A wise man knows that time wasted is life wasted. The solution is simple but profound. Treat your time as a finite and priceless resource. Prioritize activities and relationships that align with your values and contribute to your personal growth. Before giving away your time, ask whether it will bring you closer to your goals or merely serve as a temporary escape from discomfort. Remember, the time you invest in yourself, your health, your mind, your passions, is never wasted. In the end, managing your time wisely isn't just about avoiding waste. It's about living deliberately. Every moment spent in pursuit of what truly matters brings you one step closer to mastering your life. 4. Be proud of your achievements. In a world where humility is often misunderstood as hiding one's light, many men downplay their accomplishments in relationships. They fear that showcasing their success will be perceived as arrogance or intimidation. This leads them to diminish their worth, pretend their ambitions don't matter, and shrink themselves to fit into someone else's expectations. Yet, Stoicism teaches us that genuine humility isn't about concealing your achievements. It's about recognizing your value without the need for external validation. As Epictetus said, "Know what you are capable of, and do not belittle yourself for the sake of others. Your achievements are the fruits of your hard work, discipline, and perseverance. They reflect the battles you've fought and the obstacles you've overcome. By hiding them, you not only deny yourself the respect you deserve, but you also signal to others that you lack confidence in your own worth. This doesn't mean you should boast or seek constant praise. True pride is quiet, rooted in self-assurance rather than the desire for recognition. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Be satisfied with your inner strength and accomplishments, for the applause of others is fleeting." Strong, high-value relationships are built on mutual respect, not the suppression of one's individuality. A partner who feels threatened by your success is not someone who will nurture your growth. Instead, seek someone who celebrates your victories, encourages your ambitions, and finds inspiration in your journey. Your achievements are part of your identity. They are the milestones of your personal development. Dimming your light for the comfort of others only leads to resentment, both toward yourself and those who made you feel the need to hide. The solution is clear. Own your story with quiet confidence. Speak of your success not to impress, but to inspire. The right person will not be intimidated by your growth. They will be eager to grow alongside you. As you walk your path, remember that your accomplishments are not merely milestones, but stepping stones toward becoming the best version of yourself. Being proud of your achievements isn't vanity. It's a form of gratitude for how far you've come and a reminder of how much further you can go. Let your achievements shine. They are a testament to your journey, not a burden to be hidden. 5. Protect your mental health. In relationships, it's easy to overlook the toll that emotional stress can take on your well-being. Many men, driven by the desire to maintain harmony or avoid conflict, sacrifice their mental peace for the sake of keeping someone else happy. They endure unnecessary drama, emotional instability, and constant tension under the belief that this is simply the cost of love. But as the Stoics taught, nothing external is worth the destruction of your inner fortress. Marcus Aurelius wisely observed, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." If you allow external chaos to penetrate your mind, you lose the very foundation upon which a healthy relationship should be built. Too often, men prioritize physical fitness and financial stability while neglecting their mental health. They spend hours at the gym strengthening their bodies, work tirelessly to secure financial success, yet let their minds be eroded by constant anxiety and emotional strain caused by unhealthy relationships. This imbalance leaves them depleted, unable to perform at their best in any area of life. The truth is, if your mind is constantly under siege, it will affect every other part of your existence. You cannot build a meaningful life on a foundation of inner turmoil. The Stoics remind us that protecting your peace isn't selfish, it's essential. You have a responsibility to yourself to set boundaries, say no when necessary, and remove yourself from environments that undermine your mental well-being. Relationships that consistently disrupt your inner stability aren't a testament to love. They're a form of emotional warfare. A healthy partnership should nurture your mind, not exhaust it. The solution lies in cultivating resilience and practicing discernment. Be vigilant about the energy you allow into your life. Surround yourself with those who bring clarity, support, and encouragement, not confusion and distress. Learn to walk away from situations that compromise your peace without guilt. As Epictetus taught, freedom is the ability to live as you choose without being disturbed by external forces. Protecting your mental health is not only a personal duty, it's the foundation upon which all other aspects of your life depend. After all, you cannot give your best to others if your mind is weighed down by unrest. A man who guards his mental peace builds a life of strength, clarity, and purpose. 6. Stay true to yourself. In the pursuit of love and acceptance, many men fall into the dangerous trap of compromising their identity. They say yes when they want to say no, agree with opinions they don't believe in, and mold themselves into what they think their partner desires. Over time, they lose touch with their values, passions, and purpose. This isn't love, it's self-betrayal. Stoicism teaches us that the highest form of strength is integrity. As Epictetus said, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. To abandon who you are for the sake of a relationship is to sacrifice your essence for temporary approval. When you compromise your authenticity, you suffer in two ways. First, from the constant effort of maintaining a facade, and second, from the inevitable dissatisfaction that comes when you realize you've lost yourself. Authenticity isn't just about being honest with others, it's about being honest with yourself. A man who lives according to his principles stands firm in the face of external pressures and earns respect, not by conforming, but by remaining true to his core values. The right partner will appreciate you for who you are, not for a version of yourself designed to please them. Staying true to yourself doesn't mean being inflexible or unwilling to grow. It means knowing where you stand and being unafraid to express it. It's about maintaining your individuality while building a connection with someone else. A relationship should be a partnership of two whole individuals, not a performance where one person sacrifices their identity to fit the other's expectations. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Staying true to yourself is the ultimate act of respect for both yourself and those around you. The solution? Begin by setting clear boundaries and sticking to them. Speak your truth, even when it's uncomfortable. Stand by your beliefs, even when they're challenged. Yes, some people may not like it, and some relationships may end, but isn't it better to lose someone who demands you to change than to lose yourself trying to keep them? The right partner will encourage your growth while respecting your individuality. Remember, the most attractive quality in a person is not conformity, but confidence in their authentic self. Staying true to yourself ensures that any relationship you enter will be built on mutual respect, not pretense. 7. Don't sacrifice your goals for others. A man without a purpose is like a ship lost at sea, drifting aimlessly without direction. Stoicism teaches us that one of life's highest callings is to pursue our personal goals with discipline and unwavering focus. Yet, many men, in the name of love or compromise, abandon their ambitions to fit into someone else's vision of life. They tell themselves that this is what commitment requires, that giving up their dreams is a necessary sacrifice for a successful relationship. But as Seneca wisely stated, a man who is all things to everyone is nothing to himself. Sacrificing your goals for others doesn't lead to fulfillment. It leads to resentment. Your goals are a reflection of your deepest values and aspirations. They represent the person you are striving to become. When you give them up for someone else, you lose a critical part of your identity. Over time, you may find yourself feeling empty, frustrated, and disconnected from your true self. Relationships built on such sacrifices rarely endure, because no one truly admires someone who has lost their drive and ambition. A man who abandons his purpose doesn't just lose his direction. He loses the respect of both himself and his partner. Stoic philosophy emphasizes the importance of living according to one's nature. Your goals are not mere desires. They are expressions of your unique potential. Pursuing them is not selfish. It is essential to your growth and self-respect. The right partner will understand this. They won't demand that you give up your dreams. Instead, They will support your journey and find inspiration in your dedication. True love is not about suppressing your ambition. It's about walking side by side toward a shared future, each pursuing their own path while growing together. The solution is simple yet profound. Stay committed to your goals. Don't let temporary emotions or the fear of losing someone lead you to sacrifice what makes you who you are. Communicate your ambitions clearly and seek someone who values your drive rather than fears it. A relationship should enhance your journey, not derail it. As Marcus Aurelius taught, look within. For within is the fountain of good, and it will ever bubble up if thou wilt ever dig. Stay true to your path, and you'll find that the right person will walk beside you, not stand in your way. 8. Prioritize family and friends. Stoicism reminds us that while romantic relationships can be significant, they should never come at the expense of the people who have been with us through every season of life, our family and friends. Yet, countless men, in their pursuit of love, gradually distance themselves from those who truly care for them. They cancel plans, miss important gatherings, and neglect the very relationships that provide them with stability and strength. Over time, they become isolated, tethering their emotional well-being solely to their partner. As Plato said, no man is an island, but when you neglect your support system, you effectively cut yourself off from the very foundation that keeps you grounded. Your family and friends are more than just familiar faces. They are the ones who have seen you at your worst and still stood by you. They offer wisdom during confusion, strength in moments of weakness, and comfort when life feels overwhelming. Stoicism teaches us the value of community and belonging, yet many overlook this wisdom, only realizing its importance when it's too late. By the time some men wake up to the truth, they find that those bridges have been burned. Friends have moved on, family ties have weakened, and they are left without the support they once took for granted. The Stoics believe that balance is key to a life of virtue. While romantic relationships require time and effort, they should not overshadow the other pillars of your life. A healthy man nurtures all his relationships, understanding that true strength comes from having a tribe that supports him, not from isolating himself in the name of love. A partner who genuinely respects you will encourage you to maintain these connections, not demand that you sacrifice them. The solution is to maintain a balance between romance and your existing support network. Prioritize time with family and friends, keep long-standing traditions alive, and make an effort to stay connected with those who matter. A strong man knows that his strength doesn't come solely from within. It also comes from the people who have helped shape him. As Seneca wrote, "We are waves of the same sea, leaves of the same tree, flowers of the same garden." Maintaining these bonds isn't just a matter of loyalty. It's a matter of preserving the foundation that sustains you through life's challenges. 9. Avoid excessive dependency. Dependency in relationships, when unchecked, can lead to the erosion of a man's sense of self. While it's natural to seek comfort and companionship in a partner, Stoicism warns against becoming so reliant on someone else that your emotional stability hinges on their presence or approval. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts, not the whims of others. Yet, many men fall into the trap of making their partner the center of their world, believing that this is what love requires. In reality, this form of dependence is not love. It's a subtle form of self-neglect. When your well-being becomes tied to someone else's mood, attention, or affection, you lose control over your inner life. You begin to prioritize their needs above your own, sacrificing your goals, passions, and individuality in the process. The danger lies in the fact that the more dependent you become, the less attractive you appear. No one wants the responsibility of being someone's entire source of happiness. It's too heavy a burden to bear. True partnership isn't about losing yourself in another person. It's about growing alongside them while maintaining your own identity. Stoic philosophy emphasizes the importance of inner strength and self-reliance. A man who is centered and whole within himself approaches relationships from a place of abundance, not lack. He does not seek validation or fulfillment from others because he understands that true peace comes from within. This is not a rejection of love, but rather an acknowledgement that love flourishes best when both partners remain independent and complete individuals. Dependency, on the other hand, creates imbalance. It shifts the dynamic from mutual respect to emotional neediness. The solution is clear. Cultivate a life that is rich and fulfilling on its own. Pursue your passions, maintain your friendships, and continue working toward your personal goals. Allow your partner to enhance your life, not define it. As Epictetus taught, no man is free who is not master of himself. By avoiding excessive dependency, you not only protect your dignity, but you also build a relationship based on mutual strength and respect. True love is not found in clinging. It's found in standing firm, side by side, as two individuals who choose to walk life's path together, not out of necessity, but out of genuine desire. Conclusion. As we conclude this journey through 9 critical principles drawn from the timeless wisdom of Stoicism, remember that these aren't merely guidelines for better relationships. They are strategies for cultivating inner strength, self-respect, and lasting personal growth. In life, it's often not about what we do, but about what we refrain from doing that defines who we are. The Stoics understood this well. The path to wisdom isn't about seeking approval or validation from others, but about mastering ourselves, our emotions, our desires, and our reactions. By keeping your past private, learning to embrace solitude, managing your time wisely, and guarding your mental health, you create a foundation of self-reliance that allows you to engage with others without losing yourself. True fulfillment comes when relationships become a source of mutual respect, not dependency. By staying true to your goals, prioritizing meaningful connections, and avoiding excessive attachment, you ensure that love becomes a part of your life, not the whole of it. These principles, if practiced with intention, can help you build relationships that enhance your existence rather than dominate it. As Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." Apply these lessons, and you will find that by focusing on strengthening yourself, you naturally create space for relationships that are rooted in respect and authenticity. If this message resonated with you, and you found value in these insights, consider subscribing to the channel. Here, we explore not just Stoicism, but the art of mastering life, of finding purpose, clarity, and strength in a world full of distractions. Share this video with others who may need to hear these words, and leave a comment about which principle struck closest to home for you. Remember, wisdom isn't something you seek once. It's a practice, a journey. Together, let's continue walking that path toward becoming the best versions of ourselves. Stay strong, stay wise, and most importantly, stay true to who you are. Until next time.